So hi again everyone. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about using overhook to defend against the underhook, any sort of underhook when the bottom guy is going to either escape from the side mount, for instance, or going to escape from the half guard. And I'm also going to answer a couple of questions some people have asked me on the blog. But I'm going to start off, what I originally wanted to do. So for instance, I'm going to talk about using overhook. And this can mainly happen like when you're passing, when you're in half guard, when he gets a deep underhook. When he gets an effective underhook is when he gets his shoulder underneath my shoulder. Okay, now his underhook is effective. He could come to my back, or just come on his knees and do some sweeps on me, on the legs. Okay, or this can happen, the underhook can happen when I just pass the guard here. There's going to be an underhook fight here. Whoa, and I kind of pass, but he gets a deep underhook on me. Or when he just simply like escapes from the side mount, he gets a deep underhook, he gets going on me. Okay, so I'm going to show how to use an overhook against that. It's a really nice. So the overhook, this is basically a wrestling move. As I always like to promote wrestling, and this is something I picked up when I was defending my single legs. And this is very effectively works when you do jiu-jitsu as well. So the thing is, when he gets a deep underhook on you, it doesn't matter where it comes from, he gets a nice deep underhook from you. Originally, you want to defend the underhook by putting your weight against his, the top of his arm, because as I said, underhook is only effective if it's deep. Okay, if it's behind me, or if I keep laying here, if I keep laying on his arm here, putting my weight here, like being a little bit like crossed, his underhook is doing nothing now. It's not going to do anything. It only gets effective when it's higher. And when you let the things go that far, so you can put the overhook on. But there's a little thing that I like to do, which makes it more effective. When he gets a deep underhook on you, what you want to do is get your the overhooking arm cupping your inside of your thigh. Okay, so you make a little frame on it. Thing is, what you want to essentially do when he starts to come up, start coming up, you want to put shoulder pressure. You want to put your own weight against his shoulder and keep keeping him down here. You balance on your arm and your leg, but you pressure his shoulder. Now, when you do it just with the arm, it might be enough, might not be enough, but when you cup your thigh and you kind of sprawl on it, he's going to feel tremendous pressure on his shoulder. He cannot come and try to when he tries to keep coming here, I just keep laying the weight here. I just keep controlling him, nice and easy. Now, okay, so basically, anytime when you play somewhere, you don't want to give him a deep underhook, but when he bumps, he gets a nice deep underhook going. You put your overhook on. You put your overhook on and cup your thigh and sprawl on it. Start putting tremendous pressure on his shoulder. While keeping balance on this leg and this arm, just keep pressuring him. Okay, so this will stop he will not come on your back, he will not do stuff on you if you have a nice overhook on, putting tremendous pressure on his shoulder. So, and usually what ends up happening from here, okay? So, what you want to do essentially, as you put this pressure on him, you want to keep him on his back. Okay, he wants to come up on his knees, I keep putting him back. And now, the few common things that happen is that I can get some distance when I put him back on the ground with the shoulder pressure. I can get some distance, for instance, maybe with this arm. Now I just gotta make sure that I have balance in this leg, because I don't want to end up like this, so he will so I fall over. Okay, so when I'm here and I want to start using this arm to push his head, I'm gonna put my leg in front, nicely keeping my base down and this leg defending my balance leg. So I get some distance here, grind into him with my forearm, get some distance, and I've safely neutralized the underhook, what he wanted to do with me. Okay, so this is one of the common things that happens. Is just putting on his back and trying to get this here. Using I'm not if I put weight on the shoulder, I'm like this, parallel with him, and as soon as I want to do this, I gotta turn myself like towards him, because now I have balance. Okay, it's a really important move. Start doing here, you don't have balance there. You fall over, and then he wins. Okay, so turn and get here. So that's one thing. Now another thing is, he really, when he's a good guy, he really comes up on his knees. He tries to, get into me, and really is gonna stay here. There's gonna be a little fight here. We're gonna stay here. So I make sure that I keep my pressure on him. And here is a couple of things you can do. One of them is like kind of like uchimata throw from judo. You kind of put pressure, but you also kick him with the leg that's in between. You literally kick him. So this turns him down. The only thing you gotta watch here is that you don't commit overzealously to it. You know, in judo you do a throw, he lands on his back for a second, you get ippon, but you can end up on your back. But if I do it overzealously, here, I go on, I go over, and that's not good. So you just gotta make sure that you commit enough. You put your weight. So that you put your weight more like that, bam, throwing away and staying here. Okay, controlling him with the overhook. Okay, so this is how you put him back on his back when he's here. And the last little option that can happen for me, usually what happens is if you have a good resting base, you can try to get your leg out of it. You start by sprawling out there. So you come up on your leg, and now you just want to make an aggressive hip thrust. Turning your hips out and coming to a front headlock. Again, you neutralize it. So this is, you gotta have that pressure and a good posture to always cup in here, putting heavy, you sprawl your leg, putting your weight on your shoulder so it keeps falling back. Keeping your balance with this arm and this leg here, bam, 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 and then usually either you just get it free here, he comes up, you put him back, and then you still keep trying this, or you usually just sprawl out there, get your leg out, turn to a front headlock. Really nice wrestling stuff. And definitely worth to practice and put to use. Okay, so that's how you neutralize deep underhooks when you feel you're getting threatened. Okay, so that's the main topic I wanted to cover. Now, quick answers to a couple of questions. First, I gotta ask. So the question was, how do you not end up on the bottom when you go for an armbar? Okay, so basically, from the mount. That how do you make sure that you don't end up losing the position? The thing is about going to armbar from the mount is basically I never go for it unless I'm 100% sure that I can get it. Or at least I can get I can start attacking without him coming up. Okay, so and there's two things when you to consider. First is if I go there and he kind of comes up from here. Okay, even before I get the armbar, that's one thing. That's what I never want to do. If I ever go for an armbar, I'm going to come so tight up here, and I'm going to make sure that this is basically that hip-in pressure here, keeping it tight. If you have it tight here, I just know I can attack the armbar without him coming up now, without me losing it. Okay, I will not go for an armbar like this. I'm going to just take my chances. I'll never take my chances here. If he's a good guy, he turns into me, he turns his elbow back, yeah, I lose it, I keep the mount. I just keep searching for it, I keep searching for that angle until I feel I have enough pressure here. I feel that I have enough pressure, I have good weight balance that I know I can at least get it now. Okay, so I will go for it only when I feel 100% that I'm at least getting here. Now, and here is the second part. If he gets up from here, that you're attacking him, then the control is lacking here. And the things to consider to keep him down here. Yeah, he would like to turn on his knees. Yeah, and come up here. Okay. Yeah, that's what he'd like to do. Go back. Yeah. So the things to consider when you start controlling here. I know usually people, at least when I learned armbar like loads of times ago, people said pinch your knees together, keep your legs like this, like not crossed. I actually like to cross. Thing is, when I cross, what you want to make sure that it doesn't come up is pressuring him with this leg, pressuring his head, turning it that way. When he starts to come up, you see I have my leg here, I usually just push it in his face. See, he turns, I feel he's turning, and now I squeeze this leg down. I squeeze it against his head, against his neck. I can let my legs go, but I usually like just doing this motion here. And then turning maybe on my side even to have my hip pressure there. So he comes, and I start even here. I can still squeeze him down by pressuring the neck. You can do it without crossing the legs as well. So he comes, I just keep this down again. Keep this down again. So this is a little pressure that that's really important when you go for an armbar. First, you make sure that so these are two components. First, you make sure that you have 100%, you have tightness here. You know you're gonna at least achieve the attack position. You get this here without losing it. And here, as soon as he comes, tries to come up, you keep pushing his head, bam, you put him down there. And as I said, you can even lay on your side. That way, you have tremendous hip power to add to that leg straightening. So he turns, I turn a little bit, come on the side maybe. Yeah, and when I'm like this, he cannot come up when I'm posting on my arm, because when he tries to come into him, I'm just like totally putting my weight on him. You feel like this, you're easy to like swing here. If you put it like this, you have power to push back. And this is usually when you control. You put this leg power here, you have this arm, and as you're already on the side, finish the armbar. Okay, that's what I like to do most of the time, and I think it's a very good thing to know. And the other one is trying to cup the leg here. Okay, so when he comes up, so when you couple, so when you control when you control this leg, he cannot come up because he needs this knee to go underneath him. Yeah, you see, that leg needs to go there to have balance. You keep it here, I don't even need the armbar, obviously. He's always going to stay stuck here. And just keeps putting him down. So these are the things to consider when you go for the armbar from the mount. First, make sure that you have all those hip pressures tight, those angles. Well, I think I covered that before when I talked about mount attacks and those details that you need to have to achieve the tightness. You achieve tightness, then you go for an armbar. Then you're 100% that you're going to get it, at least get to attacking position. And then it's about using that leg control, using those arms on the ground, usually so you don't swing down too easily, pushing on his head, keep your base here, and if you have to, you can also go underneath the leg, and he cannot come up. So these are the things to consider. Okay, so that's my answer to that question. Now, one more question that I'm going to cover is it actually wasn't a question, but it's something that people, I know I had a lot of trouble passing C-guard. I talked about C-guard last topic, and during my, some years ago, even like 2 years ago or so, I had really a lot of trouble trying to pass the C-guard. Okay, it was, as I talked about, it's a fantastic defensive posture. He has his leg here, he's gonna go this way, yeah, his leg almost there. Even if I squash it here, if you turn his hip a little bit and keeps the foot here, I might squash it and I'm trying to step forward. But even here, the leg will still maintain him if he's a good guy. You know, you'll not get it off here. And the other side will have his range here. Yes, I get close, but I'm stuck between these two here all the time, and I'm like, oh, frustrated. Okay, so how do you deal with that? Yeah. So how do you deal with that? And then this is a little simple thing. I think Marcelo Garcia does it. Like many of the stuff I've decoded from him, and this is actually something that one of the blue belts showed me that in telling me, why don't you do it like this? And I was like, whoa, really? That was so simple. So basically, yeah, he has that direction going, he has that direction covered. He's playing nice C-guard. What you want to do is turn him back on his back. C-guard is only effective when he's on his side. Okay? So how do you posture yourself? I usually come up on my knee. I have good posture here. I'm not going anywhere. I might be laying a little bit on him. But you want to turn his hips back. How do you do that? You pressure with this arm, you pressure the hip, and you cup the lower leg. And now you just turn and lift him. Turn and lift him up. And push your knee through. And that way, it doesn't get you the pass. You're not exactly passing, but at least you get out of C-guard. And this is what I always do. I come back here and I start keep passing here. So if you ever get stuck in C-guard, this is something you can do. C-guard is fantastic defensive posture. You'll get stuck here, but you can use this. You can use it, turning back on his back. Lift the lower leg, push the hip down. If you have a gi, I usually grab the collar here. I push him down from the collar and get a gi grip on the knee. You push it down, bam, get your knee back up. Okay, so you kind of destroy the C-guard. And then, as I said, I don't like to play C-guard when we talk about playing C-guard. It's just a little quick moment you can do to use defensively. When I come for a knee cross, he gets his seat, yeah, he gets his legs out, you know, and you gotta play some other type of guard, because a good guy turning you on his back again, yeah, and your Z-guard is gonna fail. So these are the things I wanted to cover today. And yeah, okay, I hope you learned something and continue next week sometime.